Yo, what's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we have some news. Now, we just made a video the other day, last week, about the Stadium Series potential game for 2022. Now, at this point, it looks like Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Field, the home of the NC State Wolfpack, the Hurricanes will have their outdoor game, but they may have some competition for that 2022 Stadium Series slot. Or maybe they do too, outdoor games. We've seen them do that before. So, this is a report from the NHL. This is from NHL Rumors Daily. So, in quote, we know the NHL wants to complete the sweep of the U.S. Service Academies, so there's a West Point games coming for the Stadium Series sometime soon. Most likely some combination of the Golden Knights, Rangers home team, and the Florida Panthers. And this is from the source Cold Stove Podcast. So that is an interesting point. Now, if you look at recent memory, it would line up for a 2022 Stadium Series game at I guess it's Mechie Stadium, which is the home of the West Point Army Black Knights. So, looking at the U.S. Service Academies, the NHL has already gone to. They went to the U.S. Naval the U.S. Naval Academy, which is in Annapolis, Maryland. They did that back in 2018. It was at the Navy Marine Corps Stadium between the Washington Capitals and the Toronto Maple Leafs. That was the infamous Caps jersey, right? And the lights just randomly turned off at the game. It was that game. We also saw a game in at the U.S. Air Force Academy, which is in Colorado Springs, Colorado, at Falcon Stadium in 2020, which, again, the infamous jerseys, right? This is where this comes from. The Colorado Avalanche napkin jersey, right, with the weird A going across the front, and then the LA Kings, another infamous jersey with the LA Kings running across the side of it. That was in 2020 at Falcon Stadium, the home of the Air Force Falcons. Which sets up for, if you're reading the pattern here, every 2 years there's another Air Force Academy game, which would set up for a 2022 game at West Point. Now, West Point is the last big U.S. Service Academy that they could look at, but there are still two others that the NHL could, if they're really striving and starving for games at these academies, they can go to. The U.S. Coast Guard Academy, which is in New London, Connecticut, and the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, which is in Kings Point, New York, which is pretty much the Bronx. It's under the Throgs Neck Bridge. If you guys know where that even is, most of you probably don't, but it's right in New York City. Or they could do the U.S. Military Academy, which is West Point. Now, I'm actually surprised. I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't come up with this sooner, because that is a great location for an outdoor game. You're an hour outside of New York City, so if you have people coming in from out of town, it's right. The city's right there, and that would definitely lead to a great opportunity for the NHL to be in that New York area market. Now, I think what's going to be the most interesting thing is who plays in that game. Because you definitely, I think to some extent, can make the argument that there are a lot of teams that can go in this game. I think that's the most interesting debate here. Because they mentioned three teams. They mentioned the Rangers, I guess for the geographical closeness, right? The Golden Knights, because of their relation obviously being so close with the Black Knights, right? The ownership has some ties to the Black Knights and everything, so that could work. You also have the Florida Panthers. Their ownership is involved in the more of the air side of things, but in the in the military situation, they've got some ties to the West Point background. So you can see the Panthers in there, so. And then obviously you have the Devils, who are about I guess you could say an hour away, right? From Newark is like an hour away from West Point. You also have the Islanders, who are like maybe almost a little more like 2 hours away. If you go through the city, like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So you could tag a lot of different teams into this West Point Stadium Series game. The question is who? So I have my thoughts. The Rangers and the Golden Knights seems like an interesting matchup. I think what they're going to end up doing is they're going to break it down into, we're going to pick the Golden Knights or the Panthers as the away team, and we're going to pick the Rangers, the Devils, or the Islanders as the home team. So they get the geographical close team, and you also get the team that has the ties to the West Point name and graduates of West Point. And that's how you get that with the Panthers and the Golden Knights. So I think it's going to be a combination of that, and I'll give you guys those combinations in the video here. But that could be, I think, obviously this is going to be an exciting game. It's going to be a great atmosphere. I may even go to that game in 2022, 2023, whenever it is. And maybe that's their way of making it up in 2021, because we did not have a Stadium Series game last year. Maybe they do two in order to make up for last year. So we have the game in Nashville in 2022, and in 2023 we could see maybe those games, the game in Carolina and the one at West Point. I think that would definitely be pretty exciting. So guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. First thing, when do you think the West Point Army game will be? Do you think it'll be in 2023? Or do you think it'll be maybe 2024? Let me know your guys' thoughts there. And also, what teams do you think will be in this game? Because I think, whatever teams do get in this game, you could have some really kick-ass jerseys. Just think about, you have the jersey, right? And you throw in the, the West Point stuff. They've got the chains on the helmet. You could add like chains to the logo, chains to the jersey. Ooh, that could be really, really nice. So let me know what you guys think of that information. And if you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey and want to see the latest news around the NHL, more videos just like this one, you guys know what to do. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. And I will see you again next time.